So we're going to be working on comparing unit rates such as average speed and unit price. And unit rate and unit price is very similar to what we were just working with ratios. And so we have a couple of vocabulary words. We have rate and unit rate. So we want to make sure we have these terms defined and make sure you clearly understand what they're meaning. We have a rate is a ratio that compares two quantities measured in different. So we can compare something like miles and hours. Those are two different units, and so you typically hear something like miles per hour. And a unit rate is that ratio, that rate comparison, when our denominator is 1, and that's a big thing. We need a denominator set as 1. So when it is written as a fraction, denominator is 1. To change a rate to unit rate, first write the rate as a fraction, then divide the numerator and the denominator by the denominator. So basically what it's saying is we're going to simplify down to get that rate. Sometimes we might get a decimal as an answer, but that is okay. So we're going to find a rate for this one. So a Ferris wheel's revolution is 35 times in 105 minutes. So we have two items that we're comparing. How many minutes does one revolution take? So if I'm looking for one revolution, if we go back to our definition real quick, unit rates, denominator is 1. Our revolutions are 1. So in this case, what was our revolutions? Well, that's that 35 times. So that's going to be our denominator, making our numerator the 105 minutes. So I can write it as 105 minutes over 35 revolutions. So to change this to a unit rate, our denominator has to be 1. So I'm just going to divide that 35 away. So we divide 35 by both pieces. Now, we kind of write this a little bit different. We usually just do like the slash marks, division bars. But 35 divided by 35 gives me 1, and 105 divided by 35 gives me 3. If you have to do long division to get that out, that is fine. So a Ferris wheel revolves one time in 3 minutes. 3 minutes per one revolution. To find the rate, again, a dog walks 696 steps in 12 minutes. How many steps does the dog take in 1 minute? So that 1 tells me what's our denominator. Minutes is going to be our denominator, so we're going to put the 12 on bottom. And the 696 steps. Once again, we divide both sides by 12. 12 divided by 12 gives me 1. And so then we're going to do 696 divided by 12 gives me 58. So 58 steps in 1 minute. So how many steps can you take in 1 minute? 58.
All right, we're going to let you try this one on your own. So if you want to pause it now. All right, so Danielle is cycling 68 miles as a fundraising commitment. She wants to complete her ride in 4 hours. What should be her average speed in miles per hour? That per hour we know means 1, per 1 hour. So we know hours is going to be in the denominator. So if we write this as our rate, it's a rate because we're comparing two different things, miles to hours. We're going to put the 4 hours on bottom and the 68 miles in the numerator. In order to get that 4 to a 1, we have to divide it by 4. So we're going to take the numerator and the denominator divided by 4, and we get 17 miles per 1 hour. So Danielle's average speed should be 17 miles per hour if she wants to finish in 4 hours. All right, here's another one. You can try this one on your own. All right, so Red as a pilot needs to fly 1,191 miles to the next city. He wants to complete his flight in 3 hours. What should be his average speed in miles per hour? That miles tells us it's going to be more than 1. The hour means it's going to be 1. So we're going to put the 1 hour on the bottom and the miles on top. So we're going to write this as a rate comparing miles to hours. In order to get that 3 to a 1, like a unit rate always has, we're going to divide both the numerator and the denominator by 3. And we get 397 miles. In order to complete his flight in 3 hours, he has to average 397 miles per hour. Okay, now we're going to compare prices. They give us the price of a 12-ounce sports drink and a 16-ounce sports drink. and we have to determine which size is the best buy. That's what the question is asking us. In order to find this, we have to actually find a unit rate. So we're going to take, sorry about that, we're going to take the 99 cents over the 12 ounces because it wants to know the price per ounce. Per ounce means that you put the 1 ounce on the bottom. So 99 cents for 12 ounces is the same thing as 8 cents for 1 ounce. That's the unit rate. We divided both the 99 cents and the 12 by 12. Then we do the same thing for the 16 ounce one. We put $1.19 over 16 ounces. In order to get it per ounce, we divide both of them by 16, and we get approximately 7 cents per ounce. So since 7 cents is less than 8 cents, the 16-ounce sports drink is the better buy. It would be cheaper than the 12-ounce one. Here's another one for you guys to try. If you guys want to work on this one, you can. You can pause now. All right, we're going to do the same thing. It says which one is the better buy. So we're still going to do price per gallon this time. So the price is going to go on top. The gallons are going to go on bottom. So 4.02 divided by 1.5 is going to be $2.68. We're going to divide both by 1.5 to get the 1 in the denominator. And when we divide the 8.75 and 3.5 by 3.5, we get $2.50. The better buy is going to be the $2.50 per gallon because it is cheaper than the $2.68 for the same amount of gallons. All right, here are 3 questions we would like for you to try and bring in tomorrow. Remember, you can always go back and look over the examples to help you figure them out. Thank you.